What is going on, everybody? Jay here from Maji and Jay. Today I got the unboxing video and the quick comparison of the Galaxy S7 Edge that currently hit the market, and this is of course to make you guys aware that replicas do exist and that they are all around the world and people are selling them as originals, and you're getting scammed for hundreds and hundreds of dollars, something that happens every single day. And this is the kind of video that you need to watch in order to beware. So on the left hand side here, we got the original box from my Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge from T-Mobile, and on the right hand side is the Chinese box. Even though they look quite similar, there are many differences on here, starting from the font. You can tell that this one is well printed, and on the replica there are a lot of little black marks, and that's the first way you can notice. And also, usually the original product comes with a little cover on top like this one right here, and this one doesn't have it, which is the replica box. So getting this removed, we can see that on the inner side of the box they are very different. This one only has the Samsung logo, and this one has pretty much the entire information that we see on the cover written already on the box. So they both flip the same way. They both have very similar colors, even though this one on the original is a little bit lighter, but we can obviously tell that the quality is a lot different. Here is the sides, here is the other side. Also keep in mind that on the original box we don't have anything written on the top, and on the fake box we do. They both flip the same way, as I said before. And then here we're going to find the product for the first time, which is the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge replica, and here it is. Then we got inside the dividers. They're also very different. This one is glossy. This one on the original box is non-glossy. And so looking at it on the inside, here we're going to find the manuals. And I believe that on the original, the manuals are also quite different. They come already with a little SIM popper, something that we don't see on the replica one. And also the feel of the actual cover here is a lot better than on the replica. Okay, this one is very light and this one is a little bit heavier, I would say. And getting a look inside of the manuals, you're going to see that the original, they come a lot better presented. Let me go ahead and show you here. The ink and everything used is very different. First of all, this one has the carrier manuals because this is the T-Mobile model, but we can see that the printing and everything is very different. And then on the replica, I'm pretty sure that all we're going to have here is poor printed material. There we go, we had the quick start guide, and it has the model number and such, but it doesn't look the same, guys. I mean, once you see this in person, you're going to notice that the printing looks a little bit, you know, of poor quality, and then we don't have anything else. We just have a quick sheet of paper here that just give us the impression that you're getting the original product. So based on the box, this is how you can tell, you know, which one is the real one and which one is the fake. But what if they use the original box on the fake? Then that's going to be harder for you to tell. But that's why we're going to check the phone and compare with the original, so that way you can spot the difference between the fake one and the original device. But now, before we clean everything else, let's go ahead and set the original box aside, and now we're going to look into the accessories located inside of the box. Here we have a USB cable. This is just the standard micro USB cable, the one that we see on the original product, and it looks very similar to the original phone as well. Then after this, we're going to have the wall charger. Now, the way that you can spot the difference is that this one doesn't support fast charging. As you can see, it doesn't have it anywhere around the charger, and the original does have fast charging. So this is another good way to notice that the accessories are fake. Now, something that we're getting with this device that we don't get on the original one is the earphones. And you're going to notice that these don't even have a brand. So far, I can't see a brand on there. To be honest with you, I haven't opened them yet, but they do have the Samsung written on here. So I guess that for other countries, maybe they are included. But if you're getting this in the United States and you see one of these little headphones, most likely you're not getting the US version. So again, this is another great way to spot that you're buying a replica and not the original product. Okay, so here we are greeted with the fake Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, and so far I can say that physically it looks very similar to the original product. So here physically, let's go ahead and get them compared. On the side, we had the volume rockers located exactly at the same location. Now, something that I did notice is that the bezels on the fake one are a little bit thicker than on the original device. On the top, the SIM trays are located exactly in the same spot, even the microphones. Now, on the original one, it has a sticker saying that it's powered by Qualcomm and that it supports 4G LTE. Now, getting a look here at the SIM trays, which I'm going to open on both of the devices, we're going to also spot some differences on here. And one of them is that the original product does have a gasket around the SIM tray, and the fake one doesn't have it. So let me go ahead and show you here the original one. This is for the waterproof capabilities. There we go, my SIM card just fell off, but there we can see that on the original one, it does have a little gasket on the inside protecting it from water going in the device. Now you can tell that the original one does have more details, and the fake one does, and the fake one looks flat. And also on the original one, it's stating here that the micro SD card slot is on the upper side and that the SIM card slot is on the lower side. So here we can see that it's very easy to distinguish which one is the original and also the fake by just looking at them, and also the original one is slightly longer as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and install the SIM trays. On the left hand side of the product, we got there the power keys located exactly on the same spot. On the bottom side, we have the charging ports. We have the microphones together with the speaker grill and the 3.5mm headphone jack located on the same position as well. Now getting a look here on the back side, besides the color, you can notice quickly that the original comes with the Galaxy S7 Edge logo embedded on there and the fake one doesn't have it. Also, the Samsung logos are quite different. This one is printed on top of the glass or the plastic, and this one is embedded inside of the glass. The cameras are very different. You can tell that the original, the camera lens looks a little bit bigger and of better quality. On the fake one, it's smaller and it looks cheap. Also, the LED flash is very different on the original than on the replica. This one looks yellowish and it looks very plain. On this one, it looks nice and I would say high-tech as well. Even the same with the heart rate monitor. You guys can see that they are very different sensors on here, so it is very easy to at least spot this particular replica because it has a lot of flaws. So getting a look here on the front side of each device, I can already spot that the original does come with the Samsung logo and the fake doesn't. Now keep in mind that the Chinese can add the Samsung logo at any time, so don't take that as a way to tell that this is the fake one. But also, if you look here at the proximity and light sensor, they are very different together with the cameras. They don't even look alike. On the bottom side, we can notice that on the real one, the bezels here from the bottom to the screen are less than on the fake one. And also we do have some black bezels around the screen. And the home buttons are very different. This one is a little bit more clicky, I would say. And this one is a lot smoother and firmer. So again, guys, just take those little details in order to tell which one is real and which one is fake. Now let's go ahead and power both of the phones and go through some of the specifications. The fake one, it comes with the MTK 6735. It has 1 GB of RAM, 8 GB of internal storage. The GPU is the Mali T720. It's running on the real Android Lollipop, even though it has been faked to have the Android Marshmallow 6.0.1. Now keep in mind that these 7 Edge can be made with different processors and can be customized in order to work faster. So when it comes to the operating system side, you guys must be very careful and know all the details in order to tell which one is fake and which one is real. The screen here on the fake one is a little bit distorted, has a lot of imperfection as well, and it's not a true IPS because when we view it on angles, it kind of blurs out a little bit. But it does have a 720p resolution, and also it's a LCD. On the original, it's a Super AMOLED with 2K resolution. Now the original one here comes with a real fingerprint scanner. This one has a fake fingerprint scanner that you can use pretty much any finger in order to unlock it. So here, comparing the lock screens, we can notice that both of them are, I would say, somewhat similar. We do have the same little shortcuts on the bottom for the camera and also the dialer. And then on the original one, the time is a little bit different as well. Okay, as we can tell, the fonts are not the same, and even the notifications on top are not the same either. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so here we are on the operating system with exactly the same wallpaper, and I can already notice that on the real one, the applications are a little bit bigger than on the replica. Okay, and also here from the screen on, we can notice that we do have some black bezels around the screen. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the notifications. We can notice already some of the similarities and also differences. On the original one, it says Tuesday, but it is abbreviated. On the fake one, it says Wednesday, but it is completely written. So that's another indication that you may have a fake device. Also here, looking at the toggles, you have a lot more supported on the original than on the replica, but again, it is very similar. Also on the original, it doesn't have the option where it says data connection. I don't even see it on here, and on the replica one, we do have it. So as you can tell, it's different from the original. Also, the auto rotation is a little bit different. Okay, and then here I'm just going to scroll to the side so that you guys can know the differences between the real and the fake one. So now let's go ahead and check the settings part with details. And the first thing I can notice here after going on setting is that on this particular one, by default, it comes with a battery toggle on there. This one doesn't have it. Apart from this, they are very similar. Look at the sound and notification. This one says sound and vibration. We got display. This one doesn't have it on there. Now, something I did notice is that on this replica, it doesn't give me anything for the edge screen. And again, this can change from ROM to ROM. Right now, let me just go ahead and take this out of the way. So Again, it can change from ROM to ROM. On this one, the real one, it says Wi-Fi. This one says WLAN. Bluetooth fonts are very different, but now the logos are quite similar on each device. Okay, now we can also notice that these are a little bit more separated between one toggle and the other. And on the real one, they are a little bit closer together. Now, I believe you can change those settings of the font size by going into display on the original one. So again, don't take that into consideration when when checking which one is the real one and the fake one, but at least you can see some of the differences between the logos. Okay, so they changed the size of the font and now they got a little bit closer, but not quite the same. Okay, so now let's go here now into about device, and let's go ahead and compare both of the devices. So getting a look here at about phone, we can already tell that on the fake one we do have system updates, and on the real one it doesn't exist. Also, if you scroll down, you're going to see here on the build number or the kernel, let me see which one it is. Actually, the baseband version, it says Mali that whatever, and that's an indication that this is a fake one, because usually every baseband on the fake starts with Mali, and this one is very, very different. Okay, we even have the Knox version, something that we would not see on the fake one. We have the FCC certification ID, and on the fake one we don't even have that information. Okay guys, so this is a great way to spot if it is a fake, just by going directly into settings. On the fake one, to get to the task scaler, you will have to press on the home key. Now this can change from device to device. Sometimes it's hard to get on there. There we go. There we have the task scaler, and on the real one you would just press on menu and it'll take you to the task scaler. Other than this, they are quite identical from each other, as you guys can tell. And on the bottom there, they both say close off, but again the fonts are very different on each device, but that's hard to tell when you don't have an original product to compare it with. So here, another difference is that on the app drawer app is very different from the one that we see on the original device. So getting here into the app drawer, we can find here some of the applications that come by default. They look similar. Now, something that we would not see on the fake one is the Samsung apps and also the Google apps, but again, this could change from time to time as the Chinese try to do it to perfection in order to deceive people into believing they have the original product. So here, let's go ahead and take a look at the cameras, and this one delayed quite a bunch, but in terms of quality, this one has a little more close-up, I would say, in my opinion. This one looks like it's a little bit further away. The bottom here, the user interface is also different. This one doesn't have the little red dot like we see on the original product, and also the camera icons are different. Now the icon to change which camera you want to use is very similar. We have modes. Let's see what kind of modes we have on the replica one. And yes guys, they are quite similar. Now on the original you do get a lot more, as you can tell. Okay, so that's so far the main difference. And right now I believe I have it on 4:9 ratio or 4:1 ratio. Let me see if I can change that here for you guys. There we go. It's actually on 4:3, but if I want, I can change it to full screen, and this is how you can see with ease the differences. So there we go. Now both of them are exactly the same. And also notice how the replica here is having a hard time focusing. Okay, let's go ahead and check the front-facing cameras, and there we go. This is the original. All right, so you can tell that the colors are very, very different from each one. So again, this is another great way to spot which one is the real one and the fake one. The quality will never be the same. It looks very, I would say, blurry, and the colors are not even the same or near as the original one. Okay, so there we have it for the camera app. Also, if you go here into the Antutu Benchmark, just be careful if you guys download this to identify if this is the real one, is that it will give you all the specifications as if it was the original. And there we can see it. It's saying that it has the Android 6.0.1 and that it comes with the Snapdragon 820. But now here, the GPU, you can notice that they couldn't fake that. It's the Mali T720. The resolution, they can fake it. Even the rear camera on the original, we have a 12 megapixel and this says 13. If you continue to scroll down, this one is claiming to have the Android Marshmallow 6.0.1, but when we go here into the Android SDK version, it's the 22. On the real one is the 23. Okay, so other than this, the sensors are also very different. most sensors on the original product are supported, something that we don't have on the fake one. Now, a cool application that I found that gives you pretty much all the true specifications other than Antutu Benchmark, which can be faked, is CPU-X. When you open this application, it will give you, the real processor, which is the MTK6735. It tells you that yes, it is a quad core, even gives you the information for the internal memory. If you go here into system, you're going to notice that the brand says Alps, something that we don't see on the original product. Also the screen resolution, it says 1280 by 720, and again, the good thing about this application is that it goes directly into the internals of the product to tell you exactly what you have on here. So based on what I told you guys before, everything is correct. It's the MTK6735 with a 720p display. There we can see that even though it says the version 6.0.1, and here's giving us the version name Lollipop. You see, it's giving us as if it was the Android Marshmallow, but in fact it's Lollipop with the API level 22. All right, so now that we are inside the browser and I already typed eBay, I want to show you that I am connected here to the Wi-Fi on both of the devices, and they are both connected to the exact same Wi-Fi. So now what we have to do is just hit go, and 1, 2, 3. And of course, the original one was a lot faster. As you guys can tell, this one is still trying, and the Wi-Fi just got disconnected again by itself. So it's definitely running a lot of bugs right now, and this is why you guys should never buy replica products, because they will never be the same as the original phone. The originals will always have a high price point, and it is for a reason. You're getting quality, you're getting support, you're getting warranty, you're getting a durable device. On the other hand, with a replica, you're not getting support, you're not getting warranty, you're buying basically an as-is device that you could be lucky if it lasts 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months. So this is why you guys should never ever buy replicas. And if you guys encounter somebody selling replicas, I would just recommend to just drop everything you're doing, say thank you for your business, walk away, and if you want, you can call the cops. But these guys will always be there. These guys are always going to be all around the world trying to sell you products like this, cheap products like this that cost about $100, and try to make them look like the real one that costs about $600, and then they will give you a nice price. Let's say it could be $400, $300 for the replica, and then they can say that it is the original, and you're going to say, wow, that's a very nice price. Let me go ahead and buy it because I'm getting a deal. But you actually are not. So with this being said, guys, that's going to be it for the unboxing and a quick comparison of the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge replica with the real one. And like always, if you guys do have any questions, you know exactly what to do. Just leave your comment below. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you on my next one.